Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Prison Architect. My apologies for the delays in the videos. We've been going through just a nightmare when it comes to computer issues here, and to be honest with you, I'm a little bit confused about where we even work, because I recorded a whole, like, half-hour long episode, and then the game just blue screened right at the end. So hopefully you saw the part where I expanded my kitchen, and I don't think we've done much else from there, but what I did in the episode that is lost to time, and thus has been lost to our save file as well, I think was pretty simple. One thing that I did was I thought I made like a new classroom here, but I don't remember why I did that now that I think about it. Let's let our prison run for a little bit of time here, and of course, please remember that this was originally sponsored, is sponsored no longer, but if that taints my opinion for you, you do deserve to know. Over here in Chapel Shower, we're having a good time. I've expanded my yard. It's probably still too small, and moreover, it has this real problem right here where there's only one door that is probably going to cause fights. That is not the yard. We have a bit of a mistake there. I think what we need to do next is probably... Have I done any short-term, long-term grants? No, because I've got prison manufacturing facility and the other one, the education one, Reform Through Education Initiative, still running. So if I look at my programs here, parole hearing is going strong. I think I remember. Okay. So what I actually did on the last one, and this is important for us to do, and I think we should probably do it right now, is let's plan to expand, and we're going to make a large common room that looks like, basically, like this. And it shouldn't cause too many problems when it comes to our canteen. Our canteen should still function properly. I guess if we wanted to be a little safer and not mess up that door, we could do it like this. And then, by making this common room larger, we can also make this visitation room a little larger, fit 2 more tables in there. And I think this is just a sound idea in general. So let's get this going in terms of our foundation here. I think if we do it right, we might not even have to lose or we might not even have to mess up our existing door. We are going to need to dismantle this fence, though. And that's not going to cause any security issues, I think. We also need to, if we go to objects, dismantle this object, dismantle this object, and then we'll go back to our foundation, and we'll just get it like that. And these are all going to say require entrance, but they'll get it sorted out. And we'll see what kind of needs we're not serving for our prisoners right now. The big problem for us lately has been that we have snitches in our prison. It's not the snitches' problem that they're snitches, by the way. You know, they might have been doing what they think was right, and it might have actually been right given the circumstances. However, please tell me you guys can actually get here. It's kind of a long walk. I should probably just put a door up there so they can get there a little faster. But the other thing is that they've been getting hit. They've been getting shot, basically, which is not good for us. Not shot, stabbed in the shower. I guess it's not clues, so the location doesn't matter so much. But we need to get, like, protective custody for them. We also might want to start working on getting... oh, we got 3,000 for getting a prisoner out early. We might want to... we just set up, like, a door here to get into the common room. We might also want to start getting confidential informants so that we can be informed of that stuff a little faster. Hopefully our walls come in the way I want them to here, and they just need like one more space filled in here, and it should be just exactly the way it looks right now. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you to whoever gave me that tip, by the way. Someone said, I wonder if we want, like, metal detectors there or something. But someone said, you know, you don't need to build your foundation so it overlaps your existing foundation walls. That'll cause the walls to break. Instead, if you just kind of put it on the interior, it'll fill in the walls where you would maybe expect them to. So, I'll say thank you for that. And also, we'll do rooms, common room, which is this one. And we'll expand it out like so. I don't think it's an enormous problem that it only has one door. We could actually run it like this. Put another door here, just so that people can enter from both sides of the prison. And then, how is our utilities looking? We're getting close to needing a second electrical grid. We'll probably do that. I'm basically going to build a second prison that is just going to serve as a... Oh, come on. Is it a snitch? It's always a snitch. In the jail? You know what? I got to be honest. Graham Tyson has been kind of an asshole in my prison. I'm not saying I'm happy to see him dead, but I am saying if somebody had to die... I'm not disappointed too much that it's him, but it is going to cut into our financial bonus. This game has turned me into a cold, callous son of a bitch already. Okay, you, especially in maximum security, are like super not supposed to just be walking in like this. And the problem with that door that we just added is that it is going to require us to definitely put in 2 more metal detectors. Because without these metal detectors, the prisoners can just walk right on through. Do it like that. The prisoners can just walk right on through our doors without actually, like, they can skip these metal detectors and go through these doors, which is not what we want. And actually, now that I think about it, they can also, oh, hold up, have I identified a pretty big problem in the prison? No, because if you go, there should be no way that you can get into and out of the canteen without using the metal detectors. So if you ever eat, then you're going to have to go through the metal detectors at some point. I was like, people can go up through the showers and then, like, intermingle and exchange contraband here. Might be a good idea for us to get, like, another dog patrol or something there. But first, let's dismantle all these objects, because we might not have to actually buy too many new ones. We will have to buy some new ones. And we can get rid of this camera probably as well. And then once this is done, we're actually going to bulldoze this wall here. And we're just going to make our visitation room slightly larger. And this hopefully will alleviate some of our visitation need issue. Our family need issue, I should say, which is one of the few that's still kind of, like, giving us trouble. Basically what I'm doing right now, in case you're curious, is just doing housekeeping before we make our prison better. Or bigger, I should say. You want to... While the prison is small, it's a lot easier to actually work out the problems that may arise. So I think it's smart for us to do this. And keep in mind, our visitation room is going to look pretty hideous here. But despite looking hideous... Visitation is this one. It will be able to have a few more families in at any given time. I was going to say, if that doesn't pass, we got a real problem, because it should pass. But we can fit in, like, 2 more visitors' tables like this. And I think that'll still let people get to where they need to go. Now, inside of our common room, we definitely are going to need a CCTV camera, that is. And we'll put it, like, here. And then we want some stuff that is actually going to make our prisoners happy. So... like, happy prisoners don't have a tendency to stab people as much. So if we can stack up, like, some pool tables like that, and then maybe we'll put some wide sofas down. We'll get, like, a couple of different TV watching areas. So we'll do, like, wide sofa TV. You know, you want to have some distance here. There's nothing worse than, like, a common room where there's only one TV available and you're all watching, you know, This Old House or something like that. So I have, like, 3... I'd like it to be facing a different way. What is this? Oh, I thought it was like a double screen TV. Okay. And we'll get like another one over here. And we're probably not making the best use of space, but, you know, the more space there is, the less likely they are to fight each other as well. So that's probably good. And we will put in another TV facing this way. Okay, and then here, let's throw down like some benches and some bookshelves. If literacy is a problem, I mean, I don't know if literacy is a problem you can literally just throw books at, but, hey, man. I'm trying here. Which way do I want the books to face? Books should face that way. So you guys can get some books and do some reading, and I don't know what else. That seems like a pretty decent common room to me. We definitely need the CCTV camera installed, though, because they can break pool cues and take them. And if they go through the metal detector, it won't detect them. So, do we have an extra, like a spare guard we can throw in here? We do. That'll also get some vision going there, which is solid. And of course, we need to hook up our CCTV camera, I should say, with this connection here. And we probably need more CCTV monitors, such as life, basically. It might not function 100% of the time, but that's okay. Now, it's free time, so we should expect to see some prisoners hanging out in here. It also has opened up a little bit. Yeah, just chill on the pool table, no problem. We got a Polaroid. Yeah, just hanging out in the common room. Nothing wrong with that, just hanging with the boys. Get out of here. It is now faded. Okay, so it probably just goes away on its own. But we have opened up like a little bit of a thoroughfare to get into the canteen as well, which might speed things up a little bit in that department. Now, let's look at our needs. That is in reports. My mistake. Needs. Freedom, family. Still kind of high. I mean, there's so many phone booths. I wouldn't expect this to be that much of a problem. The other thing, yeah, well, who needs your family when you got a phone booth? Am I right? We should build a shop. We haven't built a shop yet. It needs to be 4x4, so it actually won't fit in this space, which is only 3, which is where I was hoping to put it. Yeah, well, we could put it down there, but that's not in a very central location. I don't want to cut into our yard to build it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not 4 either. Man, like, this is perfectly designed to just not have a functional shop. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's, dismantle this fence. And this will be the edge of this part of the prison. This is probably also where we're going to want to put a, oh, good, a fight. Where's it happening? Probably in the cell block? I don't know. Somebody's getting sent to solitary, though. We want to throw up maybe an exports area here once our prisoners actually start making stuff, but they're being real lazy right now. So we'll just build out like a small area like this. Just trying to see where our fence ends. Small area like this. And this will become our new shop. And eventually we can demolish whatever we need to demolish to put a... an exports area here, but we'll surround this by a fence just in case they get out. We don't want them to, well, be able to. We'll throw a door here. I wish there was a large regular door, like a large non-jail door. And this should just fill in this area here. Any second now. Oh, there's like one space that needs to be filled. Foundation is in progress. I believe in you. The pathfinding here should not be that bad. He's got it. Construct concrete floor. My hero. Alright, it is filled in. Not quite in the way that I considered optimal, but that's okay, because we'll put a brick wall up here. We'll put a brick wall up here. We'll put a brick wall up here. And all of a sudden, we've got ourselves a shop. What does a shop require? Table, shop shelf, adjacent to room. I don't know what that part means. That scares me. Does it need to be if it doesn't need to be adjacent to a room yet, then I'm happy. What about our utilities? It looks like it'll handle it. Our power grid is still good, but that is something we're going to want to, you know, get sorted out sooner rather than later. So rooms, shop. It is not past adjacent to room. Adjacent to room what? I don't... Okay, well, we'll at least get the shell set up, and I can look for what the problem is here. I don't know, maybe adjacent to our storage room seems logical. I can't place this here. Oh, because we can't see? Or because... Shop front. Costs $500. Okay, well, in the future, there will be a shop there. For now, we should probably get to planning what we're going to do. And you know what? First things first, let's make sure we've got 9 prisoners coming in tomorrow. Prisoners are money for us in our current situation. They're arriving right now. So that was fortuitous timing. Let me wait for this achievement to go away, because then we want to turn intake off. Reports. Intake. Off. Okay. See who we've got coming in today. Hopefully some kind of shop-focused expert that can help me out a little bit. Unknown reputation. CCI was born in Germany and the famous mountain bike star. In his last final race, his time was perfect, but he crashed into a spectator of the race. The spectator sued CCI about 450,000 euros, which he couldn't pay, so he lost his race, money, and his freedom. That seems like you should have like some kind of insurance through your sponsor for that. You got screwed, man. A former clown used his accordion to lure people into his house and then tied them up and force-fed them sausage until they passed out. Finally caught when one of his captives turned out to be vegan and had to go to the hospital. Well, he's a benevolent sausage feeder, apparently. To some extent. Open the road gate, please, so I can see the new prisoners who have arrived. They have just been run over, but that's okay. Evelate Spesman Stevenson. Evelate Spesman Stevenson suspected in theft of plans of a NASA space station called the NSS Exodus. I can't help but feel that is probably a reference to something I am not familiar with, but that's okay. This adjacent to room thing is bugging me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, it's time for our master plan here for how we're gonna do this. So my first thinking is we're gonna cut the yard off. We're not gonna make it smaller, we're actually gonna extend it. But we're going to extend it outwards as opposed to inwards, which is probably what my problem has been so far, right? So we're just gonna, we should probably just make it come down to where it was before, which is here. Okay. So we're gonna build a fence out like that. That's no longer gonna be our yard over here. Then, we're going to extend this pathway out. Like so. And this is going to make the pathway that is to the next part of our prison, also our cell block, etc., etc., etc. So I think probably just to get started here, we should first off build the fence as is necessary. And of course, this is going to look hideous for a while. It might take us the rest of the episode to get this into a more kind of like palatable position for how this is going to look. Because it is going to look real nasty for now. In fact, I sort of feel like to speed this up, you should put like a staff door here as well. Maybe that'll get that taken care of. So we also want to cut into our yard. And this will be bad for like a day. We're going to cut into our yard. It is going to stop right there. So you guys definitely should not be out there. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, I'm going to build a fence around you. And you're going to get in trouble. You're not going to like getting in trouble, I assure you. Nope, you're not supposed to go out there. Quite specifically, not a good place for you to be. Yep, now, do you feel smart? You're trapped. There is no way for you to escape. I actually want to see what happens to this person now. I can't help but feel that maybe in a way, they kind of deserve it. Then we are going to demolish this wall, and this wall, and these walls, and this right here. And if all goes well, this should not lead to 15 prisoners escaping. Am I confident in this? 50-50. Starring Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And now you're like, oh, our yard's a little messed up. It's no longer secure. It should still be secure. It's behind at least one door. But then our yard, we are going to extend out to here. That's a big yard now. Okay, it is secure now. And because I'm a nice guy and I care about feng shui, we're going to grass this whole thing up. It's going to be a little pricey. 3,000. It's not that bad considering, you know, it's basically like one day's revenue for our prison. For this to look half decent, I think is acceptable. Walk speed on dirt is slow. I mean, I kind of feel like we should dirt this area up. We're not going to use it for our yard. It helps visually denote the differences between these areas. We've like roller coaster tycoon to this guy. He's going to be in prison for the rest of his life. Formerly a prison warden until an old friend of his was sentenced to death and was to be executed at his prison. Lee helped his friend escape from that day forward. Lee lived a life of crime, and he now goes by the name of Warden, and he is trapped in here forever. Which, again, I can't deny. I kind of like the idea of it. So we got some tasers coming out here. These hallways are getting a little thin, I guess, as people try to get into our yard. It would be nice if we can get another path out there to save them. I don't think we need to add new stuff to our yard yet. Our gardener's also screwed. This doesn't seem right, though. He should just use the staff door. I don't know why our workmen are, like, just milling about. There's more grass to be installed. Oh, no, that's a tree stump. I see, so probably grass was not even installed there. There we go. And was there any more space like that? I don't think so. So let's, in our planning map, let's cut this up. All right. Mission accomplished so far. We have to demolish these walls without freeing the prisoner that's trapped here. I mean, he can be freed, he just can't escape from the prison. You're lucky that I'm not just going to leave you in this tiny space. Like, I'm very tempted to do so. You know what? Now that I look at it, our workmen are not going to be able to get there. So, just because I like you, here you go. You've got an escape route now. It's going to take the gardener or a guard opening up the door for you. Gotta imagine your needs are getting pretty high here. Yeah, bladder, bowels, food, exercise, family comfort, and spirituality. Oh! They smell a tunnel. None. Follow. Staff door. Where... You can't escape from here. They sniffed out a tunnel, which means we're due for a shakedown. But let's get our workmen working first. Because the shakedown is going to make things very, very tough. You know, it's going to be a long day. That prisoner is like... I would not be surprised if he riots pretty soon. Alright. Now, we should be able to demolish these walls. And these walls. And we will get to making our new foundation. So dismantle the staff door. I resent kind of using staff doors as tools here to just facilitate movement throughout the prison temporarily, but they're relatively cheap. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. We obviously want to replace this with a fence so that our prisoners can't just escape. Is there any way for our workmen to get there now? There may not be. So, I don't know. I guess maybe we'll throw up like a large jail door here so that our workmen can just harass a guard to get in there. Okay. Beautiful. Let's go back to pathways. Pathways are going to be like this. And let's look at planning. I don't think we need too many more incredible cells, like cell quality, 500 or whatever we've got going on with these guys. Let's focus on getting our income up a little bit. So in order to do this, we're going to make cheap cells. Cheap cells will be like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then like that. 2x3s. Look, I don't take any extra pleasure in punishing these prisoners, but at the same time, if we ever want to provide them with the services that they deserve as human beings, we're going to need to make more money, alright? Running this prison costs money, providing these services costs money. Who wants to pay for it? Nobody wants to pay for it, So they have to pay for it in their own way, unfortunately for them. I'm not a monster. I'm going to let them look at each other here. I hope that I've given them 2 tiles. I have not given them 2 tiles. So we want to draw this line like that. Then they should have 2 tiles. I wonder if there's a way to just clone your planning tool, because that would actually be very beneficial for my purposes here. Now, the most important thing about the cell block we're building out right now, and I can't stress this enough, it needs to operate on its own grid. If it crosses streams with the other electrical grid, we're going to run into no shortage of problems. So again, we're going to do one more cell block out here for sure. That's going to be 4, which is not, okay. I mean, I'm a nice guy, but come on, okay? And then we'll do it up like this. And this can be like our shell to get started. And each one of these is going to have probably like 40 extra prisoners. So again, it might seem small, but we're adding like a third or even close to half of our capacity in relatively one quick swoop. So don't think that this is going too slow. This is our hallway. So that should be like this. And no, I have no spatial awareness, as Michael A. L. Fox pointed out. But this works out. Okay, good. I mean, I guess we might repeat it once more just because we can and still be flush with our yard. But before this episode ends, I'd also like to build like another utility shed and just throw our new electrical grid in there. Let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this adds 40 prisoners already. That's going to take us up to 141. We might as well do one more set. And my reasoning behind this is that, it might seem like it's a little tedious right now, but again, a failure to plan is a plan to fail, man. You want to measure twice, cut once. I want to apologize for insulting Bob Vila at the top of this episode. He's a great craftsman, a statesman, and if I may be so forward, a lover. He might be a lover as well, yes. Let's plan our pathways here. Oh, yeah. Bob Vila's lover. Bob Vila's lover. It doesn't, you can take that to its absurd conclusion if you want to. Want to bundle that up right there. In fact, I don't know if we need to destroy that fence or we should destroy this fence and just put a wall up instead. Oh, that's going to be tedious as all hell. But, what's more tedious, setting up that fence or freaking demolishing this whole plan that I've set up over the past, 8 minutes and then moving it 1 block to the north? Can we? Yeah, we still have plenty of space up there, but this is better. as much as I hate to admit it. Okay. So we are going to want a wall here, which, to be honest with you, is not going to be as bad as I originally made it out to be. Dismantle these two things. Oh, that's okay. That's just the fence. And then we're going to demolish the fence as well. And then we're just going to build that wall up. Or we're going to build the fence one behind it. One behind where it used to be. So we're going to build the fence out like here. And then we can demolish the fence that's behind it. Okay, that should be fine. Not that it wasn't a mistake on my part, but it should be fine. Now, before we do that, again, smart idea, I think, to make a separate, completely, like, autonomous, handles its own shit grid on this side of the screen. Because if the wires cross, you get, like, information overload. It's going to be a real problem, I promise you that. And this one setup that we've got here is almost to capacity anyway. We should probably also, let's be honest, if we're being smart, let's learn from our earlier mistakes and just build a fence out like this already. This way, if we ever make any mistakes in construction, it shouldn't really be possible for prisoners to just be like, hey. So we're gonna just look at our utilities list for a second. How much space does a power station take? It's like 3 by 3. 3 by 3, okay. So we're gonna just pretty much plop that down. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be in a convenient location, but we're gonna do so in what it looks like a fairly convenient location. So it's going to be like, let's just throw it here. That'll be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we want to surround it with capacitors. So that's gonna stretch it out like this. And then we want one tile wide away from it so that people can actually walk through it. So that'll be more like this. You need like a pretty big area. At least I feel like you need a pretty big area to make this work. Can we even build a wall that close to the edge of the screen? No. Are we blocked because of the tree, or are we blocked because of something else? You know, we could just extend it one block downwards instead. And I can just erase the planning now, and this should work. Okay, so we're doing this first because this is more important. We get our utilities set up, then we allow in these new prisoners, and things are going to start to move very, very fast once I let these new prisoners, or once I start building this. It's not going to take too long. Oh, another death. Let me guess. It's a snitch. It's always I can't even see your haircut. Can't see you over your haircut, Macklemore. No, Mr. Deadman. I'd like to buy the world a Coke, but also I'd like you to perhaps not be dead so much, but I guess we've lost our chance for that. Well, 1 death per day. It's not the best nickname for a prison, I guess, all things considered. We're just going to make that door staff only, and then we're going to throw in another power station. And then we are going to spend quite a lot of money making sure this power station is actually going to be functional. And then, while we can, we're going to throw in our electrical grid. You can never touch. These should never touch one another. This costs us a lot of money, but it's worth it as long as we never make the most outrageous mistakes. Okay, we can probably, once this starts coming down, I think we should work on our utilities before we, like, work on our piping, basically. Our prisoner's gonna be able to escape here. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not thrilled about this, but I may also just accept it as kind of a cost of doing business. I mean, I keep making the same mistake, so clearly, I can't hate it too much, right? We're gonna put the toilets on the back wall. Who put the toilet in Peggy's kid? That's a very Canadian reference, but if you get it, hey man, cool. This is the outside, so we should not have large pipes here. Wonder if we can just do it across like this. If we have like an extra pipe like that, maybe we can get lucky. I want to get all the piping installed first because obviously it's going to be very expensive. And very time consuming as well to get it done like in the middle of the building actually being done. So again, I'm not thrilled with the way this piping looks, but I think it should work. At some point very soon, we're going to have to call it quits on this episode. And I think it's getting close to the point where it's a good place to do so. I just want to maybe... we're still not making enough money for me to really feel comfortable hiring more workmen. Let's get 10 more prisoners showing up. It's $4,600, man. Nothing wrong with that. We're making no progress on grants this episode. You know what? That's life. We can live with it. Most important thing... Oh, it might be a bit blurry. I think I'm playing the game in 720p right now because I'm an idiot and this is not my job. I'm joking, obviously. I am an idiot, but this is my job. The grids usually have different colors. So yeah, this one is like dark green. This one's like a little bit more yellowish green. A lime color, if you will. It's gonna... Oh, I thought he actually stole something. I thought he stole a really long bar. I was like, where'd you get that iron bar from, Anderson? But it ended up just being his name. And there's nothing wrong with that as a fellow long-named individual. I understand your concern. Or I understand your plight, I should say. One day, man, this shop is gonna be... It's gonna be adjacent to room, man, and that's gonna solve all our problems. But until then, tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. Can't believe we have to pay tax. We're a prison! We provide a public service. Yeah, goddamn right, there's no contraband in those pipes. We run a tight ship over here. Once these... I mean, our staff are pretty tired. I think that's part of our problem here. But these pipes won't take forever to install. It does take our prisoners kind of a long time to get where they need to... Not our prisoners, sorry, our workmen. A long time to get where they need to go. But I'm actually still really pleased with the way the prison is running. Like, it seems like it's going relatively well. I do wish that the piping got installed a little faster. People are tired. Staff prefer to rest in a staff room. Oh, okay. Maybe if you guys could stop blocking the freaking door. Hey, you like, okay. No time for flirting. We don't have any lights installed over here yet because we haven't actually built a, we haven't built anything. Oh, just install the pipes. I can't wait any longer. We need more workmen. If we're gonna be going fast like this. Oh! Something's not right. Yeah, I don't think they're actually gonna do anything there, but try to remove that tunnel. They're tunneling under, man. And they've almost made it. We're so due for a shakedown. Just get the foundation done, then we can start with the flippin' shakedown here. I didn't expect this to take another 20 minutes just for them to get the pipes in. The sad part is, this, I think, is still the best way to do it. It might be annoying that I have to open this door or wait for the guard to open the door. Maybe that's slowing us down. We probably don't want to leave it always open, though, considering you can just, like, walk out here. I don't really want them stealing our building supplies here. I'm mostly pissed at the guard. Like, the guard opens the door for some workmen who are obviously going up to the yard, or our new area up here, and then he just walks away. It's like, yo, you got, like, 2 jobs here, man. I guess I could assign just a patrol here. That makes it easier. Let's do so. I hate to do it, but, like, okay, guard patrol. This is your job. And we probably should hire, like, a guard to fit that patrol. Not that expensive. New prisoners arriving soon. No, these people understand what they're doing now. Okay, so we could probably start working on our foundation. And this should be really quick, because the foundation is really just filling in the lines. Want it like that. And then like this. Hopefully this will not destroy our existing walls. If it destroys our existing walls, we have some serious problems. I'm not going to dispute that with you. But if it doesn't destroy... Man, I really got to start making, like, square rooms, huh? It's messing up our, oh, I didn't even read the intake today. It's messing up our, the placement of our fonts here. Let's turn our intake off. We're making money again. Shower's working fine. I just checked in. It seems like the showers are working fine. I don't know why I thought that would be better in a creepy voice. But it was! How are you loving life here, Matt Palmer? How many days without incident? 16! You know why? Nothing to do with cell quality. You're just a cool dude. Alright, this, obviously, the walls look hideous here. But once the other foundation gets filled in, it should be better. I don't know why they've chosen to fill in like this. I'm not sure if it has something to do with our planning or what, but we're getting very close to the end of this episode here. Will I be able to create these 2x2 cells with our limited amount of funds? I just hope so. I don't want to say yes or no. There should also be a wall right here. And now that this is done, I do feel like I can probably end the episode as soon as this wall gets filled in. They're going to install the lights, obviously. This will be our quick test to make sure our grids don't... I mean, they can touch... The grids can touch, just the wires can't touch. And once this wall gets built, that is where we're going to stop today's episode. So allow me, while I'm just watching my workmen scurry here, to remind you, if you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Again, I do apologize for the disruption in Prison Architect videos. It hasn't been business as usual over here at Northernlion HQ. Plenty of computer problems. Hopefully, we're, you know, on the end of that is on the horizon. Let's put it that way. We're just waiting for our replacement video card to arrive. But for now, this is a reasonable workaround. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I hope that these guys get this brick wall installed. And that's progress. We didn't really, like, grow much in this episode, but look at what we've done to facilitate growth in our next episode. You know what? Now I'm like, oh, fuck. I built my foundation incorrectly. How did I build... Oh, I didn't drag it up enough. Okay. Well, we're not ready to end this episode yet, because if you might be saying, well, just do it next episode, but you and I are too much alike. If I do this on the next episode, that's a day of people being like, I really hope he gets that sorted. So you might as well just get it sorted now and put the conversation to rest. You think if you steal my garden shears, I'm not going to notice? Like, come on, mister. Construct, demolish walls in progress. Okay. Look at it. It's still so beautiful to have all this space to work with. Again, thanks for watching. Click the like button if you enjoy the episodes. And, of course, there will be a link in the video description below to pick this up on Steam if you're interested. For now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully tomorrow.